Good morning, Aquarius. I think I've got up early enough that you can still hear the dawn chorus going. You can still hear a few of the birds. So I'll just be quiet for a minute. So I love that. I love that as a background noise for my reading. Last week, or last time I did your reading, was the day that I woke up and the crows were going mad because they were trying to fight off a seagull. So it's nice that today we've got like the pretty little birds doing the singing to each other. So I feel like hopefully the mood of your reading is going to be a bit better. It felt a bit like you were dealing with something. You were trying to deal with some kind of conflict or some kind of turmoil in your life. So I'm hoping that that's over for you now, Aquarius. Also, we've got, it's a bit cloudy, but it looks like it's going to be quite a nice day. It looks quite bright out there today. So yeah, I'm taking all these as good signs for you. I've got quite a few songs for you today. Excuse me. The first one, it was funny. I was in the supermarket, and I could hear this song playing in my head, and it was almost like it was on the radio in the store. I could hear it so clearly, and it was just like I was wandering around the shop listening to the radio, but it wasn't on the radio, it was in my head, and it was When Will My Life Begin from Tangled. So I came home and I said to my daughter, I was like, were you listening to When Will My Life Begin? And it wasn't her, so somebody's been listening to it. That's a sign for someone. Then the other songs that I got overnight were quite a few repeats of songs that have been coming out in my reading. So what I think happens is that I post it in my reading, and then people listen to it, and then I hear it back. So it's almost like an echo effect of songs. But I got Puddle of Mud, Blurry by Puddle of Mud. What's that say? Kiss the Rain. I'll put all these in the description below with the artists if I don't know the artists. Hit Me With Your Best Shot. I'm trying to decipher my sleepy writing. It's basically just a scrawl. Kiss with a Fist. And just now, as I was getting ready to do the reading, I got Relight My Fire by Take That. The song that I got from Spotify, when I asked Spotify for a song for you, was Taking Over Me by Evanescence. Now, I also saw, as I was doing the pre-shuffle, the Sudden Wealth card came out twice for you, jumped out of the Kipper deck here. So, yeah, I saw that twice. It's the only card that came out, and it came out twice. So that's interesting. And then also, so wealth might be coming in for someone here. Unexpected wealth, perhaps, because I also saw the mouse card from this deck, but I didn't see the mouse. What they showed me, this was sort of overnight because I could see it. What I could see was these spots coming in. And these sometimes represent to me like the Six of Pentacles, which can be about sort of sharing money, or sharing something, sharing some sort of asset, balancing something. So I'm seeing this as something coming into balance. But also kind of, it could be some kind of wealth coming in. Hopefully to me, I wouldn't mind a bit of extra wealth. I'm not going to lie. Everybody can do with a bit of extra wealth. But I didn't see it as a meaning exactly for me. I saw it more that they were trying to show me these like gems coming in. So it could be like gems of information. I don't know. But we'll pop that back in there. I'm going to put it in the middle of the deck. Give it a good shuffle. Seeing the black egg card as well there. So I can't shuffle it very well when I'm on camera, so I'm going to do it slightly off camera. Can I do it there we go. There we are, and I also split the deck after a shuffle. So there we go, all ready to go for your reading there, Aquarius now. The only other thing as well is sorry this is so wrinkly today. I've actually ironed it. I put it down, I ironed it, and it's still being wrinkly. So perhaps if something has been going on for you, you're still ironing out the wrinkles. Right. So Aquarius, I'm going to start with the archetypes deck. So what's going on for Aquarius, please? Can I get some cards for Aquarius? Just one card, I think. Capricorn got 4 cards from that deck yesterday. I'm sorry if you catch my hair in the camera. It's a bit scruffy today. I think I need a good haircut. I need to definitely have a tidy up. The The shapeshifter. That is so funny because the card that fell out of that deck when I was shuffling in the pre-shuffle was the is it shaman, which again is like a kind of like a shapeshifter. I think they almost astrally project into animals' bodies. Isn't that a shamanic thing? And I was thinking to myself, that's a very Aquarius energy, because Aquariuses are adaptable, and now you've got the shapeshifter. I'm telling you, I was going to say it's such a coincidence, but there's no coincidences in tarot. Everything that comes out is meant to come out. So yeah, I'm seeing this as very much your energy, Aquarius. Somebody who's adaptable, somebody who's flexible, somebody who moves in ways that other people perhaps don't move. Does things that are unexpected. I'm also noticing quite significantly this tiger and the panda. Now, it reminds me of Leo's reading where I had a teddy bear that was a lion. It was a polar bear dressed up as a lion. So I feel like there's something going on between cats and bears right now. I don't know if that's any significance for you. This polar bear as well. Polar bears was something in someone else's reading. I can't remember. Not polar bear. I'm saying polar bear now. This panda. I was shown an image of a panda in somebody's reading. I can't remember which reading it was now. So that's quite significant. And then, so what I'm getting from this kind of cat and bear energy is somebody who can be very fierce, somebody who can be a leader, somebody who can be a go-getter, somebody who has a lot of drive, a lot of passion, can be quite calculating, can be quite fierce, fierce. So it could be two energies, it could be two people coming together, but I'm seeing it more as you. This is your energy, your ability to adapt. So sometimes you can be the tiger, sometimes you can be the panda. So the panda may be a little bit more laid back, maybe a little bit more a little bit more fun, a little bit more playful, a bit more cheeky, a bit more cuddly. It's almost like your two sides. It's sort of like maybe this is your work side, like you're the go-getter, you're the boss. You're not afraid to cut things out if you need to. And then at home, you're this big cuddly panda bear. I'm noticing the jewels as well. It's almost like this jewel is on their third eye chakra. So you could be quite spiritual. This one looks a bit like a teardrop. This looks like an eye. You've got this kind of lizard skin as well here with the kind of rainbow colours. So maybe warming up. I don't know, something. Maybe you're excuse me. Maybe you're shape shifting to. Maybe something's warming you up. Maybe you've been feeling like you've had to be quite on your own. Tigers are quite a solitary animal, so you've been feeling like you've been on your own, feeling like you've got to fight for things, but something's warming you up now. I feel you had that Sun card as well in your last reading, and it's allowing you to show your softer side perhaps. Obviously take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. It could be you, or it could be someone that you're connecting with, but I am seeing it as you, Aquarius. And also that you can hear how scratchy my throat is today. So this, normally a scratchy throat in a reading indicates that somebody might be having trouble with their throat chakra, which is the chakra to do with communication, speech. So there may be something that you're not saying that you should be saying. There may be an opinion that you should be expressing that you're holding back on, or you could be have something to say to someone but you're not able to say it, or this could be someone to you. Okay. And this is number 15 as well. 1 and 5 adds up to 6. 6 is about stability, about sharing, communication, not communication, I don't know why I said that, it must be significant. Sharing, working well with others. I need to work well with others. Another thing I got from this I almost forgot to say was how the panda is black and white, and the tiger is kind of stripy. So something to do with the patterning on them. Wearing a disguise? I don't think that's what it is, but that's what came to my head just then. Okay, so let's move to the Wild Unknown Animal deck, and we'll see We'll see what we get from this. Can we get an energy surrounding Aquarius at the moment, please? Is there an energy around Aquarius at the moment that we should be aware of? Oh, oh, oh. Okay, lots of energies around you. So this is the... okay, this is going to be a story. These two came out first, but they're hidden. And then we had the horse and the lamb, and then three more that are hidden. Okay, this is a lot. The swan, the fish, the horse, the lamb, and I'm going to put them the right way around. The cobra, the zebra, and the eagle. Okay, how should I do this? Okay, so the fish and the swan. Excuse me. The fish are an animal that, or a creature that signify abundance and wealth, and yeah, normally some kind of abundance in your life. If you think of like a goldfish and the gold symbolizing wealth, and I think in Japanese culture fish symbolize wealth as well. So it could be wealth. I did see that mouse card with the spots coming in and the sudden wealth card twice. So some of you may be coming into some wealth here. This fish as well always makes me think of how salmon swim upstream. You know, it's a long, difficult journey. So you may have felt this like you've been swimming upstream. You know, you've been fighting the tide of public opinion, perhaps. Really going against what other people are doing. Being quite an individual. Aquarius is probably the most individual, unique, quirky sign. I'm also noticing the scales as well on the fish and the scales on the shapeshifter card. Something to do with the tail of the fish as well, like how it's used as a paddle. I don't know what that is, but it's coming through. And then this moon in the darkness. So moving through the darkness, perhaps moving, exploring your shadow side, or moving, taking steps in a way that's kind of hidden. You're not revealing everything, all your plans just yet. The swan card. Now this is a mirroring card, so there could be a connection here for you. Could be a love interest, and it's somebody who's an equal, someone who's it basically mirrors you. They could be your exact opposite, like chalk and cheese, or they could be very, very similar to you in a lot of ways, but it has this mirroring energy of you are equals. Even if you're opposites, you're still equals in some way. The swan as well is very, very beautiful, and it's kind of like the ugly duckling as well, I'm getting from this card today. So with the shapeshifter as well, so there may be someone who's been feeling a bit like a bit of an ugly duckling, but they've kind of evolved, and I think you had this in your reading as well last week, or last reading. So if you haven't seen that, you may want to go back and look at that and see if that's relevant for you too. But there was this feeling of someone who'd kind of discovered themselves, have found taking care of themselves, taking care of their appearance, working out what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and allowing themselves to kind of be the best version of themselves, to kind of come out of this ugly duckling energy and start feeling like a swan. So it doesn't have to be a partnership. It can be this kind of evolution energy, shapeshifter energy of really coming into your own and being the best version of yourself. Yeah, I think that's everything I'm getting from that card today. Also, the other thing I sometimes get from swans, it's not the main energy that's coming from that card today, but I'll mention it anyway, is how swans, they look beautiful. They kind of glide on the surface of the water, but underneath the water, their feet are paddling really, really fast. So you may give this impression that you have everything under control, everything's fine, everything's going smoothly, but actually you might be struggling a little bit underneath the surface. So that might just be a side message for someone there. Okay. So the horse and the lamb. So this could be this could be both you, or it could be two different characters. So take what fits for you. If it doesn't fit for you, maybe someone around you. Take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. So the horse, this could be Sagittarius. The horse gives me Sagittarius energy, but it doesn't have to be. I'm also noticing these two moons as well. The moon on the horse and the moon on the fish there. It's a crescent moon. Crescent. Does someone live on a crescent? The horses are, for me, about perseverance, about racing towards your goals, about being very, very sturdy, able to carry others as well. So there may be someone who's a little bit weaker than you, or you may be the lamb. Switch it around as necessary. Someone who's a little bit younger than you, perhaps. Someone who is perhaps a little bit naive. It could be a child. So it's someone who needs a little bit of guidance and protection. I'm also noticing this triangle shape. It's like the lamb has a plumb bob, like a Sims plumb bob. If it was a plumb bob, it's quite very yellow. So maybe, maybe their needs aren't quite being met. Maybe someone needs to come in. Maybe they're embarrassed by the situation. I don't know. But there's green around the edges. I like to relate things to the Sims in my videos. Shout out. So yeah, black horse, white sheep, black sheep. I don't know. I also notice it's in the plaits in the hair, kind of almost looks about a little bit like wheat. So perhaps a need to get outside, to kind of run free, to be in the open fields with the animals. But I'm seeing that this horse, because it's so stable, because it's got the kind of perseverance and the determination. It may be. This could be a father. It's almost like it can play a supportive role to this lamb. This may be an adult, parent and child. It doesn't have to be, but perhaps this person is younger than this person, or more naive. They could just be more naive. Okay, so over here we have the snake. The snake is a penis card. I can't tell you anything else. It kind of looks quite phallic. It has all this like red sexual energy, so this could be very, very intense sexual desire for someone. It can also be kind of like obsession, feeling like you're hypnotized by someone. Listen to the birds. They're singing. They're so pretty. And again, you've got the scales here. So scales seem very, very significant in your reading today. Happy bird noises. Type tweet tweet in the comment box below if you like the bird noises. So yeah, someone who's very, very, I feel like this is confirmation as well. It's like Twitter tweets. So it could be social media, someone stalking your social media, very, very obsessed, really wants to communicate. I was talking about someone wanting to communicate before. Yeah, that's pretty intense Cobra energy. Next we have the zebra, and I see they've gone quiet. Were they trying to warn you about the cobra, or were they excited about the cobra? Something about the cobra made those birds tweet. I swear. You may think I'm going mad, but anything that happens in a reading is significant to the reading. So I'm taking that, the birds tweeting, all that noise was something to do with the cobra and what I was saying about it. Okay, so next we have the zebra. So the zebra is the Aquarius card for me. It's very Aquarius is such an individual in the zodiac. Aquarius energy is so unique, so individual, and not afraid to be themselves either. So yeah, they really stand out. If you put a zebra in a field of horses, it's really going to stand out. And that doesn't mean that you're wrong in what you're doing. That your opinion isn't valid, that your fashion sense isn't valid, because if you put the zebra into its own natural environment, it would fit in beautifully. It'd be completely camouflaged. So you may just not have found your tribe yet. You may not have found the community or the group of people that where you feel like you fit in. You may feel like you stand out in your current community. You may feel like you're kind of the oddball, the black sheep. I was talking about the black sheep. But be proud of your unique sense, your unique thought processes, your unique ideas, your unique way of expressing yourself and your style, because just because you don't perhaps fit in where you are, that doesn't mean that there's not a community out there who will accept you for who you are and who will love you for who you are. I'm also noticing it has these massive ears as well, which seems significant because I was just listening to the birds there. And it has this third eye chakra again. So I do feel like someone really has, we've got it on this card, and on this card, the third eye chakra being important. So maybe go and Google that for more information, work out how you can connect to your third eye chakra, how you can receive spiritual messages through that. Yeah, I feel like someone's very, very spiritual. And look, we have these two horses as well. Oh, so the way I have it here is again, it's very similar to this shapeshifter card. It's like the way that you have to be to fit in, the way that you have to act sort of in your day-to-day life, and then who you are on the inside. And who you are on the inside is much, much more interesting than perhaps you've revealed to the outside world. And again, you've got this black and white with the panda and the black and white, something to do with black and white. I don't think you see things in black and white. You're not an energy that sees things in black and white. You're much more likely to see all the grey areas and all the complexities. Air signs are thinkers, and Aquarius is probably the most versatile thinker. You can really juggle ideas around in that head of yours. Yeah, and then we've got the eagle card. Now this can be to do with legal situations for me, legal eagle, and it also reminds me of the justice card in the normal tarot. So if there's been a situation that you're dealing with that's felt like an injustice, or perhaps you've been dealing with courts or some kind of official, perhaps contracts, law, anything like that you've been dealing with, I feel like this eagle is coming in to resolve the situation, to bring balance to the situation, to go in to strike. This could be karma, this could be destiny coming in to fix the situation, swooping in to fix the situation. And there's all this like gold as well. So I'm seeing there is something to do with wealth in your reading today. Right, okay, how can I put these? Maybe if I put them all up here across the top. I'm going to go to the birds have stopped. Birds have completely stopped. Okay, so I'm going to go to the tea leaf cards next, and we'll see what these have to say. Hopefully they're not going to be too chatty today because we got a lot of wild unknown cards there. So you may particularly like animals. Someone around you may really like animals. Animals may be some sort of theme for you at the moment in your life. And now I'm hearing an ambulance and a truck reversing. You've got a noisy reading. So here we go. Okay, interesting. So I've been getting the dog card a couple of times. Dog barking and tulip. Advice from a friend. Okay, this is interesting. Tulip, great passion. Did you have a dog card in your reading last time? I feel like I saw a dog card in your reading. I think it was a distant friend thinking of you, and I was talking about how you might be thinking of approaching a distant friend, or they may be thinking of approaching you. You didn't get dog barking, you just got the dog. So it's that they were thinking of you. Somebody is now ready to speak, okay? A distant friend is going to help you out. They're going to give you advice. They are going to communicate. And also my throat is less scratchy. You can hear my voice isn't scratchy anymore. So yeah, somebody's going to have the ability to communicate, the ability to speak now. And the dog is someone who, they are a friend. They're someone who's very, very loyal, very dependable, okay? The dogs are really, really good energy. Think about like dogs are a man's best friend. So pay attention to your friends who are communicating. Because someone may be trying to give you really good advice. And then also tulip, great passion. So this may be a romantic interest, or it may just be a friend who's very, very passionate about what they're saying towards you. Okay, let's get a few more cards, please, from the tea leaf deck. There's 200 cards in the tea leaf deck. You won't believe what card has just come out. I'll just finish what I was saying, though, first before I show you. So there's 200 cards in the tea leaf deck. So I have to shuffle them separately as two sets. I can't shuffle them all together. Unbelievably, the card that came out, one card came out and it was dogs, getting together with friends. So you may be getting together with friends and a dog a friend may be communicating something with you. Yeah, you can't make this up, guys. No coincidences in tarot. Okay. And again, animals, loads of animals in your reading. Are you Dr. Dolittle. Can you speak to animals? Maybe you can. Maybe you can, because I'm here saying that the birds are trying to tell us something. So maybe you get messages through animals, or maybe you need to pay attention to animals more because maybe they are trying to bring you messages. Yeah, that, even if you don't quite believe that, it might be a fun thing to try. Pay attention to what animals are doing around you. See if they're kind of trying to see how they're acting. That might be giving you a message, or see how they are. What are they doing? So if a dog goes over and starts chewing a newspaper, it might be trying to tell you, oh, this newspaper's rubbish, it's not worth reading. The information in it isn't of any value to you. So yeah, just sort of interpret the way animals are acting and see if there's any extra messages there. Okay, so what do I want to know about? Can you tell me more about the dog, please? Whoa, okay, interesting. In the underline as well, you have the romantic lady. Another animal, as if you didn't have enough. The polar bear in reverse. The polar bear is someone who, like the horse, so this may be the horse energy, somebody who perseveres, somebody who's been through a long journey, who keeps the goal in sight. They keep on paddling forwards. They maybe have been feeling quite out in the cold, but they've got the perseverance, and they kind of built for it. They're built for that journey. The universe doesn't give you anything more than you can handle. With it being in the reverse, it's either that somebody's been on a long journey, they're coming to the end with that 10 there, the 10 of wands, they're almost ready to put down their burdens, but it's like there's something they forgot, or something that needs their attention, and they're having to go back to it. Having to kind of go back along the path a little bit to amend something, to fix something, to get something they've forgotten about, before they can carry on. But it could also mean that someone's losing strength here, losing strength to persevere with this journey. So perhaps this is why the dogs are here, like, let your friends help you. I'm also, it's funny that I kept on calling that panda a polar bear as well. It's almost like I knew this card was going to come out for you today. It's almost so I associate this with Pisces, and Pisces reading is tomorrow. So you may wish to go and watch the Pisces reading, or you may be connecting with someone who's Pisces or has Pisces placements in their chart. Okay. Did I ask about the dogs though? So maybe it's your friend who's been persevering for a long time and who be starting to struggle, or who may have to go back around, and they might be communicating this to you. But I was talking about how someone, was it with this shapeshifter card, and I was talking about how lizards are cold-blooded, like how the panda bear's in the cold, but something comes in to warm this person up. So it may be you and your passion for them that warms this person up. As I'm saying that, in the underline on this deck is the Lovers card. So some of you, this could be very well be a romantic interest. Okay, what do you want to tell me from this deck, please, for Aquarius? Okay, we have that Legal Eagle card. In the underline is Great Fortune. So there's definitely money coming in for someone. I'm feeling some kind of wealth coming in for someone. I don't think that's for everybody though. I feel like that is kind of a side message with me seeing that mouse card. Courthouse. Now, I was talking about how the eagle is here. It's kind of a legal eagle. So some of you are definitely dealing with contracts, or law, or some kind of official, something that requires official documentation. So it could be like, you could have lawyers or solicitors involved if you were moving house, for example, and getting a mortgage, or you could have lawyers involved if you're starting a business. So there's something to do with kind of contracts or official documents. It could very well be law though, legal. Somebody could be going to court over something. It's looking pretty positive. Both these cards are in the upright. If there's something to do with like a court settlement, it looks like it's going to go quite well for you. I think. Okay, it's kind of like a justice, karma. A situation will be righted. Whatever the decision is at the end, it's going to be a fair decision. I'm hearing. Can you tell me? Do I want to know more about the courthouse? Can you tell me more about this courthouse situation? Okay, which way around did this want to go? Is the Star card? Yeah, it does want to be in the reverse. Somebody may be going through a divorce process because we have 9 of Pentacles in the underlying, which is a card about, it's similar to the Queen of Pentacles, but it's the single card. Queen of Pentacles is married, 9 of Pentacles is someone who's single. This is kind of a wish that's not been granted. Something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, which may be why you're feeling like this polar bear in reverse. This is also significantly, it's the Aquarius card. So I'm thinking with it being in the reverse and with it being your card, you might not be acting like yourself. You have all this shapeshifter energy and this kind of, yeah, I feel like you're hiding your true self from the world, because the Star card is about, is about being in the spotlight. I'm hitting you now. Why am I hitting you? It's out of order. I'm so sorry. I'll try not to do that again. The Star card is literally about being in the spotlight, about having all eyes on you, about reward and recognition. So perhaps somebody's not getting the reward and recognition they deserve, or I've lost my train of thought as well. I was going to say something there. What was it? Someone not wanting to be in the spotlight, hiding things from, perhaps there's some scrutiny with this courthouse and you're trying to hide from it. You don't like all this attention being on you. A side message for some of you, something that I just got through, they kind of directed me to the Zebra card, is about letting your true colours shine and being your authentic self, and almost like owning it. The attention's on you, so why not own it? That's for some of you. Use your own judgment in that. Do what feels right to you, because that's not a message for everybody. Some of you are doing the right thing to be keeping kind of things on the down low, to be hiding your inner self, to be presenting as the horse when you're actually the zebra. So for some of you, that's important to do. For others of you, it's almost like people can sense that you're hiding something, which makes them not trust you. So for some of you, it's actually better to go in as yourself, as the zebra, and say, look, this is who I am, I'm not hiding anything. It's almost like that's a better what's the word that I'm trying to think of? That's a better hand to play. That's a better move in this game of chess. I don't know why they're talking about chess. Okay, so yeah, it's also about healing. Perhaps someone is not doing the healing that they need to do. Yes, I feel like someone's struggling a little bit here. Get help and advice from your friends. Ask your friends for advice in this situation. The people around you who know the situation well, what do they think you should do? Should you be yourself, or should you hide behind a mask? What's the best thing to do? Oh, knocking my bottle of water over here. I haven't even had coffee yet, Aquarius. That's how excited I was to do your reading today. So as soon as I finish this reading, that's it. I'm going having coffee. You can hear me shuffling as well. Not very comfortable today. Right. I want to know... What do I want to know? Tell me more about the Cobra. So yeah, you might be under scrutiny with the Cobra. Somebody might be very intently looking into something that you're doing. Something's hiding. The Cobra doesn't want... The Cobra doesn't want us to know. The Cobra doesn't want us to ask about it. Seen and not heard, I'm hearing. Or heard and not seen. The card definitely flipped there. What was it? I'm just going to try and go through it all. 100%. Yeah, there it is. Look. You are kidding me. Could be a Capricorn. I can't believe that's the card. Can't believe that's the card that flipped. And did you see how well it was hiding as well? Like, I went through I feel like I went through the whole deck once and couldn't find it, so I had to go through a second time. The devil's in the detail, I'm hearing. This might be why you're having to go back. Go back, you've missed something. There's something you've overlooked. Go back. The devil's in the detail. Scrutinize. Yeah, there's a need for scrutiny here, for really picking at hairs, like looking through the haystack for the needle. There's something missing, something you've overlooked, or something someone's overlooked. The devil's in the detail. Yeah. And it's another animal. Look how many animals you've got in this reading. So there might be a lot of people involved in this situation. Animals can represent different people. So yeah, a lot of different people. You might want to pause the video and sort of work out who's who. But the snake's the cobra. So the devil gets a bad rap in the tarot. It's not necessarily a bad card. It depends on how you look at it. It can be, this is really, the devil and the cobra, this is a lot of sexual energy. Like, look at how intent they both look. This is like, I can't wait to get my hands on you and absolutely ravish you energy. It's really, really hot. So it's not necessarily bad. You know, if this person... It could be bad, it could be controlling, it could be sexually aggressive, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So please take it as it applies to your situation. This could be the way you're feeling or the way someone else is feeling, but I just had a heart tug as well. So this is something. This is, yeah, it's like obsession. I absolutely like. I was talking in one of my readings. I can't remember which one it was now. Was it not Capricorn's reading yesterday, but the one before that, of this tiger, and how I was at the zoo with my daughter, and going back to this tiger up here, there was a tiger in the cage, and it was like feeding time. It was coming up to feeding time, so this tiger was hungry, and I was there with my daughter when she was just like a little teeny tiny toddler. She was like, she could just about walk around by herself, so she was pottering around in her little shoes, being all cute, and the zoo was really quiet, so we were kind of the only people at that side of the cage. But this tiger was prowling the edge of the cage, like right next to us, and it was looking at my daughter like this, like so intently. It's like its entire focus was on my daughter, and my daughter was its meal. So yeah, it's that kind of very, very focused energy, very, very focused on something you want, and you want it with all your soul, your passion, your heart. It's like the only thing you can think about. If this is you, this could be someone else. And it could be, I don't know what they're looking at. I am seeing it as sexual, or passion, but it doesn't have to necessarily be towards a person. It can be towards a specific project or an outcome. They could be literally obsessing over the outcome of this ruling, this whatever this is that they're waiting for. Ready to strike. Could be an addiction, could be some kind of addiction. There's nothing else here to tell me that, though, unless it's a sex addiction. Someone who's very sexually controlling. It's funny because there was a conversation yesterday about 50 Shades of Grey. Don't know if that's any significance to anyone there. I'm not necessarily seeing it as negative. You'll know in your situation. This could be the reason why you've gone to court. It depends. Take that as it fits your situation. Can be negative, cannot be negative. It depends. It's very intense though. Very, very intense. Okay. What's going on in Aquarius's heart space, please? Can you tell me about Aquarius's heart space? Okay. Again, we've got under the card hiding. Yeah, you don't want people to know about this. Strength card as well in the underlying. Yeah, I feel like somebody needs a lot of strength. There may be, this may be you and that dog, like giving each other strength. That friend. I sort of see from that card the stories. There's lots of classical stories about people healing lions. So there's one about, I think it's from Aesop's Fables, where it's a mouse, and the lion has a thorn in its paw, so the mouse comes along and takes the thorn out of the lion's paw, and then they kind of become friends. And there's quite a lot of different lion stories. So if you Google like the lion and the girl, the lion and the man, the lion and the mouse, there's lots of these kind of fables of oh, I'm just getting a notification that I need to put my charger in. I forgot to do it. A lot of these fables of maybe someone needs a power boost. Maybe someone's feeling a bit drained, they need a power boost. So sort of it's almost like calming, so like someone calming this like fiery tiger snake energy, someone who's very soothing to you. So yeah, Eight of Pentacles. This could be someone at work, or it could be a work situation. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles is very much a work card, or something being worked on. It's a card about kind of doing something, doing a. Sorry about that. I hit my 40-minute mark. Yeah, this is a card about doing a task over and over and over and over again until you perfect it. Yeah, doing something. So this might be why, again, this person is going backwards, needing to go back and do something again. Something's not perfect, something's not right, needing to go back and revisit it and do it again and again and again until you get it right. There's also this raven here, which signifies either communication or the need to gain more knowledge about something. So if there's something you've been working on, perhaps there is something you've overlooked, and you need to get more knowledge about the situation. You need to seek advice, or just gather some more information. Yeah. But this leads into the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's some kind of loss, some kind of missed opportunity, some kind of disappointment here. This could be literally a financial loss with the courthouse, if there is some kind of division of the assets, or perhaps you suffered some kind of financial loss, which is why you're at the courthouse. It doesn't have to be necessarily financial, but it's something tangible, so something to do with something in the material world. Feeling like you're out in the cold in a situation. You know, we have the polar bear and this card here, so this coldness. But in your last reading, you did have someone coming in to warm you up, and I was talking about that right way there. So you're not going to feel like this forever. It's a temporary situation. It may be that this snake fire passion energy is what's going to come in to warm you up, but I feel like this court situation needs to close first. I really want to put that star in the upright. I'm doing it, Aquarius. I'm helping you out. I'm going to help you out, okay? We're going to positive thinking, positive action. I'm turning you back, you or this other person. I'm putting you back in the upright. I'm putting you back on your path. Go back, fix whatever needs to be fixed, and then I'm giving you the strength now, okay? Through the power of the interwebs, I'm giving you the strength to persevere and continue with this journey, and to be the star that you are, to own that spotlight, okay? I've got your back, Aquarius. But this is what you're feeling in the heart space, feeling like you're working on something. Do you know what? Another message I'm getting through this. If this is a situation where I feel like what's brought you to this courthouse is this feeling of disappointment in the situation. I feel like you've worked on something for a long time. You've been working on something, putting a lot of effort into it, trying to fix it, trying to make it right, trying to make it perfect, but you can't. Okay, and I think you've realised this, that you can't fix this situation, which is bringing in this feeling of loss and disappointment and feeling very cold. Oh, that's hard. That's not for everybody, that's just for some of you. Okay. So, what's going on in Aquarius is I've got smoke as well. I like joss sticks for my readings, but I can really feel the smoke in my throat right now. I hope, please don't be smoking or to deal with this. Perhaps you've been very, very stressed, which has caused you to smoke more. It's really unhealthy for you, and it actually can cloud your judgment, I feel. It's starving your brain of oxygen. It's a really unhealthy habit, an addiction. Please, if you are smoking, please consider, I don't want to tell you what to do, but because I care about you and your health, my advice would be to just try and ease off a little bit. Try and distract yourself. Try not to smoke so much. It's really bad for you. I can feel it in my throat. It's really scratchy. It's irritating my throat. Okay, that's for some of you. So in your thoughts, the Knight of Cups. This guy's been around. It may literally be. I'm good because look who he's with here. This may literally be someone who is. Could be someone who's blocked. It could be someone who is seen as being a bit of a player. Perhaps they are very, very loving, very expressive, but they like to run in with their love. And perhaps that causes a few broken hearts because they're so loving, but they love so many different people. Perhaps that leaves people feeling a little bit like they've been played. Yeah, this is like full on, like quite intense sexual energy. The Knight of Cups, it's not the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands here would be full on, like somebody is horny AF, but it's the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like this is a situation where there is love involved. You know, it could have been the Knight of Wands that came out, but it isn't. It's the Knight of Cups. So there is emotion there, there is passion there, there is love there. It's somebody who's caring, genuinely caring. It might be a bit of a flash in the pan. It might be someone who likes to run in, fix a situation, and run off again. But they do care. You know, you've got the dog cards here as well. You know, they've got the cup, which is an emotional connection. And the dogs who are very, very genuine and very loyal. You could have Pisces as well. Pisces in love are a sign that like to play the knight in shining armour. They like to go and save the damsel in distress. They want to run in and be the hero, but that's kind of what motivates them, and they can perhaps get a little bit bored afterwards, or there might be another heroine that needs rescuing that they run to. So that's a side message for some people. Do be aware of that you know, they have the best intentions, but they could break your heart unintentionally. For others of you, this is someone who's super intense, super duper intense. It could be you or someone else that you're connected with, but they have a lot of love for you, a hell of a lot of passion for you, and they want to come in riding in, but I feel like they're like, whoa, Nelly, holding the horses. You can see he's pulling back, but he's got that cup held high. Oh, hi, I'm there too. I'm saying, hold your horses, wait, hold back, pull back on the reins. I was getting inappropriate things then. Okay, so Mr. Grey. Okay. Whoa. I didn't even ask. Okay, wow, interesting. Cornucopias on the bottom. Yeah, it's like there's this hidden wealth I'm hearing, because it keeps showing me the wealth cards, but they're not coming out. So it might not be time for you to receive some wealth, or maybe you're not supposed to know that there's money coming in for you. Maybe it's a secret and I just keep spilling the beans. Woman holding a coin. I hate that word, I can't say it. Coin. Okay, she's got a black cat. I don't get very good energy from this woman. I see her kind of as being the Queen of Pentacles, who should be someone who's very, very nurturing, someone who could be a boss offering you a job, but she kind of looks like she doesn't want to give you that coin. She kind of looks a bit grumpy about it. I'm going to read the description of the card. We'll find out more about her. This could be you actually holding on to your money, not really wanting to give, or to your job, to your career, holding on to something. Not really wanting to give it away, especially if there's this court situation involved. And then the Temple Path, which I think is more to do with your spiritual side. Perhaps realizing that you don't need the tangible things so much. What matters is being true to yourself, true to your spirit, true to your friends, your loyal friends, because I feel like somebody isn't loyal here. And I was talking about the third eye chakra. Which chakra is it? Is it second chakra? Ignore me when I talk about chakras. I don't know. The third eye chakra. I think that's what's confusing me. Third eye, but it's like the second chakra, I think. But the chakra, the third eye chakra, spiritual insight, approaching the temple path, finding your spiritual side. Right. Okay. I'm going to stop waffling and guessing, and I'm going to actually read from the book. Sometimes waffling and guessing gets you somewhere, though. Sometimes that's how you have creative ideas. Sometimes it just keeps you stuck and bored. Okay. Sorry, Aquarius, if I'm boring you. 42. Did that come out in Capricorn's reading yesterday? 42, the answer to life, love, and everything. Okay. Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide. Guide. So funny how I keep getting these, it's like the readings spill over into each other at the moment. You may be connecting with an Aquarius. No, you're Aquarius. You may be connecting with a Capricorn, because you've got Aquarius here, which is you, and Capricorn here, which is Capricorn. So you may want to go and watch Capricorn's reading as well. Somebody may be on the cusp of the two signs. Yeah, there's definitely some spillage between the two signs today. Perhaps some of you have been paying attention to the NASA thing. So you're like, I'm an Aquarius, so I'm going to watch Aquarius, but also I kind of want to know what's going on with Capricorn because I might be a Capricorn. So some of you might want to look at both signs at the moment, because like I say, there's definitely some spillage. Some of you are cross-watching and mixing up my energies, okay? Right, shut up, Cinderella, and get on with the cards. Okay, woman holding a coin. Female connection in money, health or value. Upright. The elegantly dressed woman on this card sits on a beautiful chair holding a bright gold coin. When the card comes upright in a woman's reading, it may refer to her directly and to the successful endeavour regarding her own finances or health. So if you're the person, if you're identifying as female and you're in a court situation, this is boding really well for you. This card could also signal a woman of support or assistance regarding these issues. She may give you financial advice or connect, so you might be talking to a financial advisor, or connect you with someone who does. This woman may be someone you meet where you make your money, or it may be a woman of wealth and value. I'm a man of wealth and taste. That's coming through. Pleased to meet you. Sympathy for the devil. Is it Guns N' Roses? Guns N' Roses and Rolling Stones? I think they both sing it. But that's coming through. Sympathy for the devil. I'm just writing it down so I can pop it in the description box below with all your other songs. R, S, and G and R. Okay. So I'm very distracted in this reading. Squirrels! Either way, this card is telling you to be on the lookout for helpful assistance. So this could be your friend, or even the possibility of new love or friendship connected to a woman of wealth or business. Okay, she's also got that cat there as well, I'm noticing. Now I am going to read it reversed because I was getting kind of a negative energy for her. So take this as it resonates for you. This could be someone helping you, like a financial advisor, somebody at your job. It could be you if you're in the court situation. Or you could be dealing with a woman in the court situation as opposing you. So I am going to read this in reverse because with her face, I do definitely get kind of a negative energy from her. This card reverse could indicate that you're feeling unsure or fearful about finances or some health issue. It could also reveal a lack of value for yourself and your own life. I was saying that I felt like someone was not being true to themselves there. Pointing to someone else, when this card comes in reversed, it shows a woman who may be reducing your own money with the Five of Pentacles, or simply may not have your best interests in mind regarding your financial affairs. It could also be someone who devalues or criticizes you. We don't like that. Or causes you to doubt your own value. Yeah, definitely for some of you, someone's been criticizing you and causing you to doubt your own value, which has caused you to be in the reverse. But no, not my Aquarius. I know how awesome my Aquariuses are in the inside. I've got your back, Aquarius. It could even be that the harmful energies of a woman from the past are still influencing you today. So perhaps some of you had like a critical mother. Be aware that you don't have to let anyone else's negative vibration influence you at any time. Release any toxic connection and know that you are free to define and value yourself no matter what. So if you can't detach from this person, if you can't detach from this energy, if this is literally your mother, but she's a bit critical, you don't want to kind of completely break that connection. But what you can do is you can, I'm sorry, I bumped it again. You can distance yourself emotionally from that person. You can say, I'm aware that this person's criticism affects my self-confidence, so therefore I am going to give their opinion zero value. I am not going to value their opinion whatsoever, and I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm just going to completely block out anything that they say that's negative, and completely detach from it, because I realise that this is a problem with that person and their negativity and their negative attitude. It's their issue, not my issue. Okay? I'm so bossy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aquarius. But it's really good advice, really good advice. If someone is like that around you, just learn to detach from it. Learn to take yourself out of the emotions and think about it logically and say, well, that's that person's problem, that they're made that way. It's probably, you know, the way that their mother taught to them. I don't have to engage with that. I know that that's their issue, not my issue. I'm going to look after you guys. You're my babies. Okay, 12. The Temple Path. Spiritual purpose and support. Receiving this card... Vroom, vroom. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing your spiritual destiny. Your soul, the spiritual destiny your soul has in mind for this lifetime. This card upright is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. You are on your karmic path and heading in the right direction. And the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. Be true to yourself, Aquarius. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world and your family members and friends, angels and guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful, life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forwards in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. Okay, I'm actually just going to hold the book open on that second page for you. On both pages I'll do it, so that you can pause the video and you can reread that if you need to. Okay, so... Okay, that's the first page, and this is the second page. Because I feel like there's a lot of really good advice in there, and I really think that you could pause that and reread it whenever you need to, because yeah. Right, Aquarius, that's a pretty long reading again there, but I think you've got some good advice from that. I'm really rooting for you. Like, embrace that Aquarius quirkiness. That's what gives you... I feel like that's where your success lies, in your ability to be different and to be quirky, to swim upstream. Okay, swim upstream, fight the tide, because your wealth is at the top of that river. Nobody else is built, like I was saying about the polar bear, nobody else, no other sign is built to do this. You are naturally the one that is capable of swimming upstream, fighting the tide, going in the wrong direction, because you're the only one who can get to the top of the river and find that wealth that is just for you. Okay, take care, Aquarius. Bye-bye.